Hello and welcome to the Global Pulse. As of January 24, 2025, the United States finds itself once again at a crossroads. President Trump, now in his second term, has issued a series of executive orders that have sent shockwaves through the country and ignited a firestorm of debate. From immigration and healthcare to environmental policy and criminal justice, these orders represent a dramatic reshaping of the American landscape as we know it. Let's deep dive into each of these executive orders, examining their potential impact and exploring the motivations behind them. What do these bold moves signal about the direction of the Trump administration? And how will they impact the lives of everyday Americans? Stay with us. The first, and perhaps most controversial of these executive orders, targets birthright citizenship. For generations, the United States has adhered to the principle that anyone born on American soil is automatically granted citizenship regardless of their parents' immigration status. This principle, enshrined in the 14th Amendment, has been a cornerstone of American identity, drawing millions to our shores in search of a better life. But now, with the stroke of a pen, President Trump has moved to dismantle this long-standing tradition, raising profound questions about who we are as a nation and what it truly means to be an American. The ramifications of this order are far-reaching, potentially impacting millions of families and setting the stage for a bitter legal battle that could ultimately be decided by the Supreme Court. Adding fuel to the fire, President Trump has also issued an executive order indefinitely suspending the U.S. refugee admissions program. This program, a beacon of hope for those fleeing persecution and violence in their home countries. But now, with the program frozen, countless refugees find themselves stranded, their hopes of a new life dashed against the rocks of political expediency. The administration argues that this drastic measure is necessary to protect national security and prevent potential terrorists from entering the country. President Trump has signed an executive order revoking all diversity, equity and inclusion (DEI) initiatives within federal agencies. These programs, designed to foster a more inclusive and equitable workplace, have been a cornerstone of efforts to combat discrimination and promote equal opportunity. But the Trump administration argues that these programs are unnecessary and even counterproductive, claiming that they promote reverse discrimination and sow division within the workplace. This move has sparked outrage among civil rights groups and many within the federal workforce who see it as a step backward in the fight for equality. President Trump has taken the dramatic step of withdrawing the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement. This landmark agreement, signed by nearly 200 countries, aims to combat climate change by reducing global greenhouse gas emissions. But the Trump administration has long dismissed climate change as a hoax, arguing that the Paris Agreement is detrimental to American economic interests. This move isolates the United States on the world stage, signaling a retreat from global leadership on climate action. President Trump has signed a series of executive orders aimed at boosting fossil fuel production. These orders roll back environmental regulations, open up protected lands and waters to drilling, and prioritize traditional energy sources over renewable energy. The administration argues that these measures are necessary to achieve energy independence and boost the American economy. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the global health community, President Trump has announced his intention to withdraw the United States from the World Health Organization. This decision, made amidst a global pandemic, has been met with widespread condemnation, with experts warning that it could undermine efforts to combat COVID-19 and other infectious diseases. The Trump administration has accused the WHO of being beholden to China and of mismanaging the pandemic. In a move that has rattled global markets, President Trump has announced the implementation of new tariffs on goods imported from China and other countries. These tariffs, which are essentially taxes on imported goods, are designed to protect American businesses and workers from what the Trump administration sees as unfair competition. But economists argue that these tariffs could backfire, leading to higher prices for consumers, job losses in certain sectors, and retaliation from other countries. The move has sparked fears of a global trade war, with potentially devastating consequences for the global economy. In a move that has ignited a firestorm of controversy, President Trump has granted pardons to individuals involved in the January 6th attack on the US Capitol. The attack, which sent shockwaves through the nation and threatened the peaceful transfer of power, was a dark day in American history. But the Trump administration has downplayed the severity of the attack, with some even defending the actions of the rioters. These pardons have been met with widespread condemnation. In a move that reflects his hardline stance on crime, President Trump has signed an executive order expanding the use of the death penalty. This order adds a number of federal crimes to the list of offenses eligible for the death penalty, including drug trafficking and certain types of hate crimes. The Trump administration argues that this expansion is necessary to deter crime and deliver justice to victims. But opponents of the death penalty argue that it is a cruel and unusual punishment that is disproportionately applied to minorities and the poor. In a move that has surprised many, President Trump has decided to postpone the implementation of a ban on the social media platform TikTok. The Trump administration had previously announced its intention to ban the app, citing national security concerns related to its Chinese ownership. But the ban has been met with legal challenges and pushback from TikTok users, many of whom are young people. The delay gives TikTok more time to negotiate a deal with the US. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.